So the fishing up here is pretty slow, so I've decided to do a little test today. And what the test is I have set up 5 separate typical rigs that I fish. So I'm just going to take you through those rigs now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast those rigs with a 3-weight line, 4-weight line, 5-weight line and 6-weight line, probably 2 6-weight lines. And I'm going to see how well the different line weights are able to cast these different rigs that I like to use. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see this, but hanging off this rod, I've got the first setup here, which is just an Adams parachute attached to 4 feet of 4X. This is a Cat 3 Hoover, size 10, with a tungsten bead, and it's attached also of 4 feet of 4X, but crucially this has got an OROS strike indicator, the medium size, no, I think that's the small OROS strike indicator. Okay, this is another size 10 Cat 3 Hoover, tungsten bead, but this is on a dry dropper setup with a Cat 3 Chernobyl UV. Everyone who's watched my videos will know how often I fish that as a dry dropper. This is another Hoover, size 10, tungsten bead, and that's off a New Zealand strike indicator. And the last one is a conehead nymph, like a woolly bugger, streamer actually, conehead streamer, big woolly bugger, horrendous looking thing. Okay, and all of those are on 4 feet of 4X. So for this exercise, I'm going to start with my 3-weight. So I've only got the one 3-weight, which is the RL Winston Boron 3 Super 10. So it's a 10-foot 3-weight. And it's what I used last year and part of this year until I broke it. It's what I used as my primary Euro nymphing rig, but spoiler alert, there's a new rod that's arrived for Euro nymphing, which I'll unveil when the season opens. So this is going to become what it's designed for, which is actually for lake fishing. I've got a 3-weight line on this, and this is an SA MPX weight forward 3 floating, and that's 110 grains. Now, for this exercise, I'm going to sacrifice a brand new 9-foot 4X leader, and I'm going to move that from trout line to trout line as I go from 3-weight to 4-weight to 5-weight to 6-weight. And what I'm going to do is on the end of those 5 setups that I've already configured, I've actually tied a micro swivel onto the end of that, and what I'll do is I'll attach the micro swivel onto the end of this Trout Hunter 9-foot 4X, and I do understand that slowly but surely I'll bite back onto this one, but hopefully I'll try and tie knots with very small tag ends, and hopefully I won't change the overall length too much during this exercise. So let me just explain how I'm actually going to conduct this test. So I've got access to this deck, and what my plan is to stand on the deck. You can see it's almost completely wind still. There's Lockie fishing over there. He's auditing all of this. And what I've done here is from the deck, parallel to the edge of the lake here, I've measured out 20 feet to this pole. Here's my measuring tape. This is very scientific. And another 20 feet out to this pole. So basically my aim is to cast basically out to here to try and get the fly, as close to this as possible, maybe 2 or 3 feet past. Okay, that's the aim. And I've been thinking a little bit about what's the most relevant type of cast to do. And what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to cast out. I'm going to bring the line in until I've got about 10 foot out. I'm then going to roll cast I'm going to go forwards, back once, forward, back a second time, and then I'm going to shoot it the full distance. So just going to go twice behind me. That's the whole point of this, is I want to work out what rigs it is where you can get the fly out, but you've got to go backwards and forwards, you know, false casting all the time. And I want to avoid having a false cast. So if the rig is properly weighted, I should be able to get it out with 2 false casts, a pickup and 2 false casts. Okay, this is the first test, which is going to be 3 weight with a dry fly. Okay, back, forward, back, forward. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That casts beautifully. That's a 5 out of 5. Let's do it again. Got it tangled around my feet. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's perfect. That's 5 out of 5. So that ends the first test, which is 3 weight with a parachute Adams, and it's 5 out of 5. Test number 2, I'm going to repeat that test because the OROS slipped down and was next to the fly. I don't know how many casts that happened for. So this is test 2, OROS strike indicator, size 10, tungsten bead nymph. Well, not too bad. Yeah, there's lots of jerky bouncing backwards and forwards in the air. Not bad. Not bad. But not enjoyable to fish. Jerky, backwards and forwards. Yeah, no, that gets a 3. Right, anybody who's watched any of my videos will know how much I like to chuck a dry dropper, especially one under a Cat 3 Chernobyl. So, not bad. Not great though. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's actually pretty good. Right. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I would say that's a 4. It's probably a 4.5 actually, now that I think about it. No, that's a 4. I'm just going to give that a 4. Right, test number 4. 3 weight line, New Zealand strike indicator, and a size 10 tungsten nymph. Okay, let's have a look at this. That's pretty good actually. That's very fishable. That wasn't great. No, that's good. That's really good. I think that's a 4.5. I think that's a 4.5. Oh, that's not great. Okay. Right. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a 4. That's a 4. Okay, 3-weight test number 5. Nice big conehead nymph. I'm not very hopeful for this. I don't think I want this floating around above my head. Yeah, this is not great. Right, let's have a look at that. No. Even more jerky than the OROS. Yeah, I just feel like I have to be very deliberate with my pausing on my cast. It just doesn't give me any confidence to have this big piece of meat floating around my head. Well, in a pinch you could get by, but really it's not enjoyable fishing. No. I'm just going to give that a 1. That'll be a 1. Okay, so we're going to move up now to a 4-weight. I don't have an MPX or a Rio Gold in a 4, but I've got a Rio Perception, which is, you know, hopefully in a similar style. And I also don't have a 4-weight rod, so I'm going to fish this I'm going to cast this with my Super 10, my OROS Winston Super 10, which is a 3-weight, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And by the way, if there's a reel with a better sounding sort of drag than this, then you tell me what it is. This is an Ari Hart. An Ari Hart Model 1. It was a gift from Rob to Rob in the UK. Oh, this Rio Perception. Now that is such a good line. Why don't I fish this more often? Okay. So this is test number 1. Parachute Adams. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Parachute Adams. Yeah, that's a 5. Every day of the week, that's a 5. Yeah, that's perfect. As you'd expect. Oh yeah. We don't even need. That's a 5 across the board. That's easy. This Ari Hart reel, I bought this in London from Farlow's of Pall Mall, and it was with the first ever bonus that I got. I was working at a company called Security Capital in the West End of London, and in the end that company proved to be anything but a security of your capital. Oh yeah. Already I can feel that this is absolutely fine with the bobber. Yeah, so this is an OROS size 10 tungsten Cat 3 Hoover. A little bit of jerking in the air, but that could be my casting. Yeah. It's not bad. Not bad. I can definitely still feel it tugging and pulling, like the OROS has a life of its own. But that's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. It's tough. 3.5 or a 4. I'd say that's probably a 3.5. Okay, lucky. Okay, dry dropper. Cat 3 Chernobyl with a Cat 3 Hoover in 10. 4 weight. Okay, let's see about that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'd say that's a 4. That's pretty easy to fish. Yeah, that's easy to fish. That'll be a 4. Okay, New Zealand strike indicator with a Hoover rear perception line, 4 weight. Okay, that's good. That's already easier than the dry dropper. Come on, cast better than that. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I would say that's a 4.5. That's pretty good. Yeah, 4.5. At 4 weight, test number 5, cone head streamer. That's not too bad actually. That's not too bad. Much better than the 3 weight. Still a bit of bounce back though. Yeah, you definitely feel the streamer still dominating the line. That's not bad, I think. Yeah, that's going to be a 3.